They're saying, here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist?
I actually did not say, could this be the Antichrist?
Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors. Could this be the Antichrist? Well, who knows?
Tucker Carlson had an interview with the New York Times. And, maybe we'll talk about this too. Graham Plattner was interviewed by David Sirota at the Lever. And Sirota asked him, would you go on Tucker Carlson's show? And Plattner's answer was actually quite thoughtful and realizes calculation that cuts both ways.
And I would go on, if I were to go on there, you have to challenge his views, which is exactly, the right approach.
Yes. And, but here's Tucker Carlson, who is very adept at this. I mean, he's been in TV for 30 years. And I always point back to that 1999 clip after he had written his book and he was on C-SPAN and he was going after Bill O'Reilly and saying Bill O'Reilly, tries to be an everyman and tries to be a populist. And someday he's going to be on an airport, he's going to be on an airplane and he's going to yell at the stewardess for not bringing him his proper mimosa. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing will come tumbling down. And I think what Carlson realized years later was that, no, Bill O'Reilly, the only reason why Bill O'Reilly exited Fox was because he was literally sexually harassing his employees.
Like $60 million.
Yeah, too much sexual harassment. There's a certain level you can get away with.
But I think the lesson that Tucker Carlson realized is you can get away with being the everyman, even if you are an heir to the Swanson fortune,
a bow tie loser,
or if you are even his not his stepmom, but even his mom, I think, had oil money, and so. But
you can build a set in one of your multiple homes in Maine to be an everyman.
But be that as it may, he's also, there's a lot of stuff that gets buried that people don't pay attention to because it stays within his world. And here, someone from the New York Times caught him in an outright lie, which is sort of fascinating. It makes me wonder, I don't know, watch this.
What I was saying, which is you cannot mock other people's gods and put yourself in their place. Period. That is a deal killer for me. That's worse than the war with Iran, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I ask because
all right, pause it for 1 second. I just want to say, that in and of itself is a statement. Now he's talking about Trump's post on Easter Sunday, and the idea that mocking someone else's gods, and it makes it sound like, oh, okay, well, I'm protecting Muhammad. I'm protecting Islam. I'm protecting, Judaism. Yeah. I'm protecting Sufi, whatever it is. But to say that that's worse than actually bombing people to death,
lunatic statement,
is a little bit weird. Now, maybe he's just being, there's hyperbole there, but
he's pandering to religious people.
Yes.
Well, that's the whole thing. And you'll notice the tones of mysticism that he continuously relies on when it has to, when anything approaches something tangible in politics. And he's understood